Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is Ryan Benson and Larry Wheels here at the new One Gen Gym. This has been nearly a year in progress. There's been obstacles literally every step of the way, but we have overcome again and again, a true test of resilience and patience. But the gym has turned out better than I ever imagined it could. This building has been here over 100 years. Used to be the Claremont High School gym, and we had to gut it and build it from scratch.
Yeah, we've been working on this project. Like I said, we're at a little over 11 months now. So by the time we open these doors, it is almost a year's worth of work. I'm exhausted. You can tell how long it's been by the bags under my eyes and the lack of muscle that I have now. But this has been a lot of work. Man, I'm so excited though for everybody to see it.
I mean, we literally built the gym that we always wanted to train at. We built our dream gym, which we believe will be your dream gym. Everything from the finishes to the equipment inside of the gym is everything that we wish we had when we were coming up to train with. So now, without further ado, let's walk on inside. We're super pumped. First thing we're gonna do is flex our electric doors. Yes, sir. All right. We will be having a coffee and juice bar. We currently don't have it displayed because we have a massive grand opening tomorrow, and it's going to be way too chaotic to be serving juices and coffees and all that on day one of our business. Over here, if you follow us, you'll be able to get to some snacks, which are all the top sellers in the market right now. Now, don't count on it. Ryan and I are both very hungry. We're going to be here all day, and there may not be much inventory by next week coming around. So these are all delicious. Some of our favorites are in there. If you want to come down to this side, you're going to see that we have a massive 3-door fridge for one of our partners, White Rabbit. It's a microdose kratom seltzer. Can't wait for you guys to try it. One of the best breeds on the market. And then over here, again, we are going to another massive double-door fridge. All the top sellers, all of your favorite pre's, RTD protein drinks, everything you need pre and post workout. Now, the main event in this area is the posing room. Yes. Now this room came out absolutely spectacular. I've never been in a posing room like this. The epoxy floors really make this room pop. It's kind of like a fun house. I mean, there's 4 ceiling mirrors everywhere you look, and then there's like 50 of us when we look at our reflection.
Yeah, this is for a bodybuilder, coaching athletes, this pose room is ideal. I can line up like 5-6 guys in a row here and have everybody actually see your back really, really well. The lighting in here is crazy. And so this room is really aesthetically super pleasing. And I just realized that me and you are matching.
We are now one. After over a year working together for like 18 hours a day, we have now merged.
Yes.
This is my second one. So we are super happy with how this came out. We just cleaned the mirrors last night, so they look super sharp. I actually was seeing it clean for the first time. But we could probably line up 4 guys side by side, front of 4 big bodybuilders, and go through posing lessons. So if you're a posing coach, a coach of any kind really, this gym is open for all, right?
Absolutely. I think ideal for anybody who really wants to work on posing. We have a couple posing coaches I know that confirm that are coming, and they can't wait to see this room. So I'm excited to show everybody.
All right. All right, over here we have what will be the podcast room. We are aiming to get this up and running by as soon as the first week of the gym opening. We already have the equipment, mics, mixing table, everything we need to get our podcast up and running. And just as a small teaser, our first episode is going to be about natural bodybuilding. There are a lot of trade secrets to expose that Ryan, being in the business for over 30 years as a coach at the highest level, will be happy to go over.
Yeah. We ended up putting this with all glass doors so that people can kind of peek in and see what's going on and see who we're doing a podcast with on each day. And want to make this an experience where everybody who's a member of the gym You know, it feels like they're a part of everything and can really just see what's going on behind the scenes as well.
We're gonna have an on-air sign, so if you guys walk in and see that sign lit up, you'll know that we're serving up that tea hot. All right, guys, here we have the meat and potatoes of One Gen Gym. 33-foot high ceilings. It will never feel cramped in here, no matter how busy we get. And over 100 strength training machines, a real healthy mix of old and new, plate loaded, weight stack selectorized. You want to go into more depth about it because you were the visionary here.
Yeah, so you know, putting this together, yeah, I know all these machines very well. I put them all together. We have actually, I counted last night, we have 120 machines in this building. And that's counting these 9 stations as one. Okay.
And I believe most gyms count these 9-station jungle gyms, which would be 18 stations as 18 machines, right?
Yeah, yeah. This place is stacked. We actually have 2 9 stations and a 4 station over here. So I couldn't be more thrilled with the selection of equipment that we have. Right now we're starting off with a bang, man, with this. We're gonna also, like we promised earlier in the videos, we're gonna be rotating in new machines frequently into this gym, right? So it's never gonna be quite the same all the time. If there's the newest, latest, greatest machine, guys, we're gonna be bringing them in here. But I am thrilled with what's in here right now. I don't even know what I'd get rid of, actually, to replace it, because every machine in here is spectacular. And man, it's paradise.
And all the way in the back where you see the One Gen Gym logo on that massive wall in the center, that's gonna be our powerlifting area where we have competition benches, we have a monolift, 2 sets of 1,000-pound calibrated plates, which you won't see today because they're getting delivered this afternoon. We have competition grade barbells from Achievement Apex, meaning we have squat bars, deadlift bars with tons of whip, bench bars, and then just traditional standard power bars. We have lockjaw collars to accommodate every single rack, and then about a dozen of them in storage, so when they go missing, we can replace them. But please don't steal our collars.
Yeah, don't steal the collars.
So this was a very special gift from Tough Stuff. It is a one-off competition bench press. It is patented and it uses a jack in the back, so you can have this thing loaded with 1,000 pounds, as much as one can ever bench press. And if Ryan will demonstrate here, it will lift both sides simultaneously, significantly cutting down loading times at competitions. Yes. Oh yeah. That's really satisfying.
And then when you're ready to go for the shorter people, just drop it down.
Trend Twins, shout out to Trend Twins. All right, and then right here, sitting on the bench, we have a bench/power bar from Achievement Apex with some gnarly knurling, and the sleeve, which I think is really cool but cannot explain, basically has some kind of mechanism in it that prevents the plates from sliding off even without collars. So it's really ingenious how they designed these sleeves on the end. Another major staple for any powerlifting gym, that's going to be our monolift. This is custom made with band pegs. We have the hydraulics to raise and lower it. We have plenty of sleeves in the back of the mono to load all of our plates. Likely going to put the calibrated plates there once they get delivered this afternoon, but right now we put our iron plates. By the way, we have 250 45-pound plates that are labeled as 44-pound plates. It was a manufacturing defect. We're gonna swap them out later on. They look great, they're black. They're that classic iron deep dish plate, but they say 44 and weigh 45.
Yeah, we have basically like 10 plates minimum on every machine in this gym. So plenty of weight for everybody.
And a common gripe that I always had, and many of my friends complain about going to discount gyms, is, well, you're always playing needle in a haystack trying to find plates. Like, where are all the plates? There's always a plate shortage. You know, your average gym has maybe between 60 and 100 plates. We got 250. So we can have a couple hundred people in here working out simultaneously, all using 3, 4, 5 plates on each side, and no one's gonna have a plate shortage.
All right, guys, so here's one of the new squat racks that we did with Tough Stuff. An amazing machine. What makes this one a lot different, guys, is these quick release handles that are on here to be able to easily adjust. And then also also these are these quick release J-hooks on here, which if you ever been to a gym, sometimes those are hard to find because they go missing, just like the collars, wherever those go. So these are, stay on the machine, they adjust very, very easily. You can just go from deadlifting, if you want to do rack pulls, to squats within seconds, and it's going to make things way better for the user.
Absolutely. Think about all the times you struggled trying to adjust the rack height when you walked into the squat rack. Because it was janky, it wouldn't go in the hole properly, so you'll never have that problem with these. And we have a deadlift platform, one of two. This one's from Titan, and I believe Titan came across a while ago as like this home gym equipment brand, but actually they're breaking into the commercial gym space, and they are making high-end gym equipment even for powerlifters. These mats are 1.6 inches tall, and basically when you drop it, they're gonna absorb majority of the force. So if you were to deadlift off of a gym that has maybe 3/4 inch mats, which are pretty thick by any gym standards, you're gonna absorb a lot of that shock when you set the bar down. So it's really uncomfortable, and it violently shakes your body. I really hate it. But off of these platforms, you can set down 800 pounds and you won't feel a thing. Plus we have the band pegs. At some point, we may want to introduce chains in the back, maybe just for aesthetics, so it looks badass. But we want our powerlifting area to be fully decked out, and everything we need to get as strong as possible.
So, normal gyms, weight stacks, you know, they're pretty heavy. A lot of guys can max them out. I know that I've never been to a gym that I haven't been able to, you know, stack. I'm gonna call it out on this one. There's a lot of machines in here. If you can stack these machines, man, you're something special. We built our functional trainers to go to 300 pounds on each side, which means this machine right here has 600 pounds of weight stacks, right? So we have two of these functional trainers, 300 pound stacks. All of our lat pull downs, our tricep extensions, everything on the 9 stations, 300 pounds.
Yeah, and right now I'm cutting for a show that I'm doing here in Anaheim about 6 weeks. I'm not at my all-time strongest, but I'm still one of the strongest in the world, and I can't budge that stack on just about anything in here. So you have the capacity to get just about as strong as you can dream of in this gym. You're not gonna max out half these machines.
One of my other favorite machines is right over here, and this is one that I take a lot of personal pride in. This was my design, and this is because for many, many years, everybody's used like the DY row from Hammer Strength, and great machine. I have one right there. But for years, when you're a bodybuilding coach, you're always trying to innovate, come up with ways to make things target different areas of the back and focus on little details a little better. And we would always take a pad and lean it on the front of the DY row so you could lay forward to hit that lower lat. So instead of doing that, guys, we made our own version. This here from Tough Stuff, you'll lay forward just like you're doing a T-bar row, under grip, really hitting those lower lats. We put multiple grips so you can do what's called like a Superman row, hold it in that neutral grip as well. You can do it several different ways, guys, to target different areas. That right there is all lower lat, and I know for most of you men's physique guys that compete, your feedback is always more upper chest, more lower lat. So this right here, this is the machine that's gonna build those lower lats.
Okay, and we've received tremendous support from Real Leader. They are new to the game, but making outstanding equipment. And this is one of my favorite machines from them. It's a dual smithy that does incline and shoulder press. And then right beside it, we have the one that does decline and flat. There's so much adjustability in this bench, it's insane. All right.
So based off of who's using this machine, right, you can pull this lever to slide forward and backward. This lever here gives you the tilt front and back, so going from incline to shoulder. This machine, I mean, I used it yesterday for the first time, and this machine is excellent.
And then even when you're on it, it's super smooth to adjust. There's 26 notches here of adjustability, right? So you can get it just right. And at the very top, it comes nice and narrow, allowing you to get that super good squeeze. Right here, we have a huge dumbbell rack, classic iron dumbbells here, and they go all the way up to 200 pounds. We have 280-pound dumbbells coming tomorrow for our grand opening to be bench press for an all-time world record, never done before in history by anybody, by none other than the guy that's built different, Julius Maddox. And shout out to Big Boy for bringing those dumbbells here, because it's not easy to find even 200s, let alone 280-pound dumbbells. So we are fully loaded with dumbbells here. We're even going to be getting a second and potentially even third set between 10 and 50 pounds to accommodate everybody. Okay, so I'm sure you guys at some point have seen one of my many super heavy dumbbell press videos. I feel very self-conscious, especially at zero gravity, having to call over 4 guys to help me get a dumbbell up. At that point, I'm like, can I even press the weight? Should I even be using this? Because I have to have 4 or 5 guys hand me a dumbbell for each side. Kind of feel like an ego lifter. But now, thanks to this dumbbell pivoting rack, you don't need 4 or 5 guys if you're pressing up to 200-pound dumbbells. And no matter how strong you are, even if you're pressing the 100-pound dumbbells, when you're falling back with dumbbells, I see it happen all the time. It's super difficult to keep them in line and have them not just roll off to the floor. It feels terrible on your rotator, right? You have very limited control when you're trying to fall back with 100+ pound dumbbells. And it's all relative, right? For some guy that's 150 pounds, 100-pound dumbbells may feel like 200s to me. So I'll demonstrate how it works, and I think you guys will be impressed and wondering why no other gym has this. Okay, this is set up right here, and these are adjustable, by the way. You can bring them in and out, just like that. And if you want to have it pivot out, you can do that as well. Now, I wouldn't recommend racking it. I would just set it on your legs or drop them, but don't drop them too aggressively, please. So it pivots out like so, and it's a little bit awkward if you're not using a ton of weight. But even if you're using what's in my hands now, the 70s, it works just fine. And it just falls right back, and you're chilling.
Okay, now the only 5 guys we need is the kind that makes hamburgers.
Yes, in 6 weeks, I'm gonna put on 50 pounds in 24 hours again.
Shout out to 5 guys.
Oh yeah, we need a 5 guy sponsorship.
So, huge shout out, man, to Real Leader. These guys knocked it out of the park with these machines, right? This is one of my favorites. This is the unilateral leg extension, plate loaded. We have the unilateral standing leg curl, the bicep curl. Everything in here, from their plate loaded to their selectorized, is absolutely amazing. I mean, you guys can see by looking at these machines that these are just different. They're different from everything else on the market. These guys took an concept and perfected it. So, super thrilled with all these machines. I can't wait to use all of them, except for the leg ones. I'm not too thrilled. But yeah, no, they make some great stuff. Single arm preacher curl. I mean, we are decked out in here, guys, with machines from Real Leader. They did such an amazing job. I think at this point, we're gonna get some more machines from Real Leader as well coming in the next couple months, because after seeing the quality of their stuff and the way that it was working with them, we definitely are gonna continue to stock up all our gyms that we do in the future. You heard that right, all our gyms. This isn't the only one. And we're gonna stock them with Real Leader equipment. These guys just did an excellent job.
Yes.
If anybody is a big squatter, you'll know that the pendulum squat is one of the hardest squats, but the most effective. This thing is a tank, man. This thing is massive. This is the hardest machine to move into this building. This thing weighs an absolute ton. And it doesn't take a lot of weight, man. I mean, you put one plate on the back of this and you are very, very strong. You get to 2 and 3 plates on here, man, and you're doing a serious squat. So this machine, I think it's gonna be a favorite. We have, just in this room alone, we have a squat machine from Panada. We have the pendulum squat. We have 2 different V squats in here. We have the hack squat. I think we have probably 7 or 8 different types of squat machines. And that's just in this main gym floor. The next where we're gonna go over is show everybody the highlight of this gym for the females, right?
Yes. So what we're gonna show you guys next is a room we made particularly for the females called Rock Bottom. Shout out to Ryan for coming up with a catchy name. But that's gonna be all the way in the back by the main entrance. So follow us along this. How long is this turf, by the way?
This is 65 feet long. So we have 65 feet of turf. It's 8 feet wide, 65 feet long. Plenty of room for people to do their lunges or to just kind of have a little break in the gym to be able to stretch or to be able to hopefully not talk too much, but you know, an area to just kind of get away from all the craziness. And it turned out excellent, man. This black turf. We decided we didn't want to overdo the logos or anything in this gym. The goal was to make this place really, really simplistic and really clean, right? So not over the top with the logos. So we just kept it nice and clean, black floors, black equipment, black turf. And then we highlighted it with our, you know, a couple of our logos, but not too much of it in here. Even our signs, shout out to my buddy Thad over at BJ Manufacturing. He cut those signs out. Shout out to my daughter, Mackenzie, for doing all of these designs, right? She did these logos, she made our vinyl wraps, she made all these signs, and then she just knocked it out of the park. So super excited with how it turned out. Let's go check out the booty room, huh?
Hell yeah, all right. Okay, so right behind us, we have the area called Rock Bottom, where we have over 12, soon to be 15 plus machines that are specifically for targeting glutes. We have several from Booty Builder and a couple of OG machines that Ryan's had at zero gravity for a while that you just can't get anymore. So we lined up the first row with some of the Booty Builder staples. And I'll find myself using a couple of these actually getting warmed up for squats and deadlifts. When I was powerlifting full time and I was competitive, my coach always had me do like hip thrusts and glute drills to get my posterior chain activated and warmed up, ready for some heavy squats and deads.
Cool machines that we got here from Booty Builder is the standing hip thruster. This machine's great because you just get to hold on, thrust those hips.
How's my stroke game?
I mean, we could talk about 5 guys now. So we have multiple. We got the standing adductor, the hip thruster, the standing hip thruster. This one over here, man, this is the one that I really am excited about.
Now, this is a prototype. So we are the first gym in the world to carry this particular Booty Builder machine. This is the loaded selectorized back extension.
This thing adjusts up and down real easy. It's got band pegs to be able to put the bands on. It's selectorized, so you got the pin stack. You can change the different grips on here to be able to do a weighted hyperextension. Also some attachments to do glute kickbacks and all sorts of cool exercises. This machine is amazing. This one over here in the corner, this one's gonna be something that people need to see. I have my hand in designing this machine for multiple years now. This is another one from Tough Stuff, which is an amazing glute kickback. Obviously the rotary hip, which is standard. We got the reverse hyperextension. This one here from Real Leader, which is the belt squat, that of course is going in the booty room. Down there in the corner, that far machine, that is the original Maxicam glute blaster. That machine is from the 80s. It's the best version of that machine ever made, which is why we're keeping that one. Highly sought after. People who collect gym equipment want that original, so that's why I'm not selling it.
All right, so we have 2 infrared saunas from Sun Home Saunas. Shout out to them. And we have one for both male and female. They are 4-person saunas. Now let's head on inside. By the way, to access the saunas and our cold plunge, you do need to have the upgraded membership. That is something that we'll be offering at a premium, but we want to show you guys what you'll be getting if you were to upgrade. So, right now we have our Sun Home Sauna. It has LED lights, it has Bluetooth speakers, it gets up to 150 degrees. Now, dry saunas can reach 200, but it's heating the skin. This is heating your body from the inside. So it doesn't need to be as hot in here for you to get dramatic results. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a 4-person sauna, but I think we could fit 5 guys.
This is our family restroom, and here you can have a sneak peek of what our theme will be like for the male and female locker rooms and big bathrooms. This is a one-off here in the booty room, so people that want to change and use the sauna or the cold plunge right next door, you'll have it conveniently located right next to it. So we got black hexagon tiles, which is the same shape of our gym logo. That was definitely intentional. And then we have the gray tiles laying out the wall. Sharp white looking sinks. So I'm happy with how the bathrooms came out. I'll be spending a lot of time with them. For our LED light that goes across the entire perimeter, we chose purple. We wanted to soften up what could be perceived as a very hardcore masculine gym vibe. And we did have all purple uplighting for the dome, but I came in this morning and switched it off and reset it. So now Ryan's got to go up there again with a ladder, risk his life, and change them all one by one. But that's the intended color scheme for the dome lights. The dome lights was all Ryan's idea. Again, much of this gym's aesthetic was Ryan's. He is the visionary. He's the one that selected most of the equipment and spaced it out, made 120 machines fit. Now, this may be Ryan's first public gym, but he's owned 4, or was it 5 private gyms over 20 years.
Yeah, this will be the 6th gym, but this one is definitely the cream of the crop here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm super happy with how the aesthetic came out. Again, guys, we have 33-foot high ceilings. So no matter how busy it gets in here, despite us having all these machines and what I imagine to be at some point a busy gym, but never too busy like a discount gym. And I must bring that up to differentiate ourselves, right? Because why pay a premium? You can go down the street and get a membership at many different gyms for 10 bucks a month. Why come here for what we charge, right? It's because you don't have to wait on machines. It stays clean. Machines don't stay broken. They get fixed right away, same day. We have a full-time maintenance crew. So Ryan is the maintenance crew, right?
Yeah.
And he's gonna be here every day. If there's a machine that gets broken, same day it's getting fixed. We have parts for all of these machines in storage ready to be implemented when it's the time. So we are absolutely justified in why we charge what we charge, not just because we have credibility over years of what we've done. That certainly has value, but it's more about the facility itself and the experience you're getting as a member. It cannot be experienced anywhere else. Okay, so here we have our 2nd story cardio. We have about, 16 cardio machines up here?
Yeah.
Right? Now, a healthy mixture of treadmills, ellipticals, bikes, stair steppers, of which we will be adding to downstairs as well. And the best part about having 2nd story cardio is that it overlooks the entire gym floor. So you'll get to do your cardio and be entertained while you do it. I personally love people watching. It's the best part of doing cardio when there's a gym that has that feature, and we are really privileged to have that here.
So shout out to White Rabbit for sending us the DJ, right, for the grand opening. So typically there's treadmills here. We open it up so the DJ could set up here for the grand opening, and it's gonna be lit.
Hell yeah. Okay, so guys, our grand opening is tomorrow, Saturday, June 1st, from 12 to 4 p.m. We have over 30 VIP fitness celebrity guests coming through. Some names like Julius Maddox, Jim Reeker, Josh Baker, Bradley Martin. The list will go on and on. If you want to see who's coming, go to the One Gen Gym page on Instagram. There will be a link in my YouTube description box down below. And it is gonna be absolutely insane here tomorrow, with multiple world records getting broken between Jim Reaper and Julius. Jim Reaper is gonna do a 315 one arm bench press. This guy scares the heebie-jeebies out of me. I've never been more scared of anyone doing anything than watching Baker do his lifts. From the clap bench to the one arm bench.
I just recently tore my pec doing 315 with 2 arms.
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah. Holy crap. Well, that makes me nervous. Yeah, that's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm already sweating thinking about it. But if anyone can do it, if anyone can perform the feats of strength that we're about to witness for the first time in history tomorrow, which we are honored to have them as our guests, will be 460-pound Julius and 400-pound Josh Baker. These guys are just not normal human beings, right? It's a real spectacle to watch them do what they do. And we would love to have you here tomorrow. I'm personally gonna be here probably from the break of dawn till midnight, because I don't wanna leave. I wanna savor this feeling. After a year in the works, we've been dreaming about this day in, day out. When's it gonna be ready? As I said when we introed the video, it's been an obstacle every step of the way, a true test of resilience and patience.